In the vast cosmos, 50,000 years before the existence of Christ on Earth, there existed a distant galaxy known as Nebru. Amongst the celestial bodies, Nebru shone brightly, its inhabitants flourishing amidst the marvels of advanced technology. One particular figure, Fuku, stood out prominently with his dark hue, reminiscent of the vibrant African cultures found on Earth. Nebru, with its sprawling cities and intricate infrastructure, boasted achievements that surpassed the wildest dreams and imaginations of Earth's inhabitants at that time. The Nebrunians had mastered space travel, harnessing the power of their sophisticated spaceships to explore the uncharted frontiers of their galaxy. However, it was during one of these extraordinary journeys that the Nebrunians discovered a neighboring moon, Feshwa. As they roamed across the lunar landscape, they stumbled upon a treasure trove of minerals that would prove to be fundamental to their continued technological advancement. These riches, carefully extracted from the surface of Feshwa, fueled the boundless potential of their inventions, making Nebru a flourishing hub of innovation and progress. Deep within the borders of the vibrant village that Fuku called home, a group of formidable warriors arose. These skilled individuals embodied unrivaled strength and discipline, clad in brilliant golden armor that was enhanced with state-of-the-art nanotechnology. Designed to withstand the most devastating projectiles, capable of traveling at speeds unimaginable to the mere mortals of Earth, the warriors' armor made them virtually invincible. But the splendor of Nebru extended far beyond technological accomplishments. It was a world built upon a solid foundation of order and enlightenment. The Nebrunians adhered to a strict code of conduct known as Yahweh. This time-honored code, passed down through generations, governed every aspect of life on the planet. Adhering to Yahweh ensured harmony, balance, and progress, making Nebru a beacon of civilization and unity. Fuku, born into this extraordinary world, possessed an indomitable spirit and a burning desire to protect and uplift his people. From a young age, he exhibited unparalleled courage, wisdom, and resilience, drawing the attention and respect of his fellow Nebrunians. Spiritual leaders and philosophers recognized the unique destiny that awaited him, seeing within him a potential to become a legendary figure revered throughout Nebru. As the years passed, Fuku's journey evolved far beyond his humble beginnings, transcending his village and the borders of Nebru itself. His quest for knowledge, justice, and unity would propel him to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, encountering enigmatic alien civilizations and facing seemingly insurmountable challenges. Deep within the heart of Nebru, in the village of Gong Helix, a unique tradition encapsulated the essence of femininity and strength, known as Ju Swain. It was a sacred practice that honored the virtue of virginity. The women of Gong Helix were raised from a young age to embody emotional self-control, alongside advanced mathematics that even the great mathematician Albert Einstein could not comprehend. Their pursuit of scientific research had astounded even the brilliant minds of NASA. However, the women of Gong Helix had an extraordinary ability that surpassed their impressive intellectual prowess. They possessed the remarkable power of telepathic communication, enabling them to connect with all forms of life on their planet. This spiritual gift was referred to as Kamit So, meaning living in harmony with all in their native tongue. At its highest level, these women could even engage in profound conversations with atoms at the nuclear level, delving into the very fabric of existence. Revered for their ethereal beauty and their eloquent expression through action and spirit, the women of Gong Helix seldom relied on spoken words. Instead, they communicated through their graceful deeds, embodying a language that transcended verbal communication. Their capacity for deep meditation and introspection resonated with their chosen life partners, providing a sense of centeredness. In return, their husbands loved and protected them, cherishing the profound companionship rooted in mutual understanding and support. Among the women of Gong Helix, one stood out to Fuku, captivating his heart and mind. Her name was Nezahutu, the daughter of the village's highest-ranking general. Fuku found himself drawn to her gentle nature and captivating presence, and through the power of telepathy, he expressed his deepest thoughts and emotion to her. Fuku, a warrior and poet at heart, poured his heart out through the art of poetry, unveiling the depths of his affection for Nezahutu. Their telepathic conversations unfolded like a symphony of emotions, sharing the profound connection between their souls. Their bond transcended traditional understandings of love, forging a unity that resonated not only between their individual spirits, but also with the essence of Nebru itself. As the epic of Fuku continued to unfold, the relationship between him and Nezahutu would become a foundation for his continued endeavors. The strength and wisdom of the women of Gong Helix, infused with their immense telepathic abilities and commitment to living in harmony with all, would become a beacon of inspiration and support for Fuku Wa on his remarkable journey. Planet Nebru completed its 37,000th revolution around its star, which the inhabitants referred to as Amenhotep, meaning God's creation and the giver of light. It was during this time that Fuku, son of Huku the Wise, stepped into the spotlight. The word wise in their language was referred to as Wong, and Huku had earned his reputation as one of the greatest philosophers to have ever graced Nebru. Huku held a unique belief that there existed other worlds waiting to be inhabited. However, he emphasized that conquering these realms through warfare was not the way. Instead, he advocated for the terraforming of moons and planets in close proximity to stars, considering the potential for coexistence and harmony with other intelligent life forms. In the daily lives of the Nebrunians, sustenance and well-being were paramount. The inhabitants of Nebru nourished themselves with a special concoction of H20 infused with essential minerals. This water was formulated to perfectly meet their body's needs, easily absorbed for optimal health. Breathing oxygen, they possessed a unique ability to transform carbon dioxide into this life-giving element, ensuring the preservation of their planet's ecological balance. At this juncture in Fukuwa's life, it was time for him to become initiated into the revered martial art of Nakawana. The name itself conveyed the essence of the art. Men must be able to run 15 miles uphill. The warriors of Nebru, wearing their advanced grappling armor, were trained in an evolved form of combat that Earthlings might compare to jujitsu. This martial art utilized the entire body as a weapon, an intricate dance of physical prowess and skill. Every young man on Nebru was expected to exceed expectations, running at a remarkable speed of 30 miles per hour and possessing the endurance to fight tirelessly for up to 24 hours without succumbing to fatigue. This rigorous training regimen began when they were 14 years old and continued until the age of 27. It was during this period that they honed their physical and mental strength, preparing themselves to protect and defend their planet. Fukuwa embraced this arduous path with determination, pushing himself to the limits of his abilities. The teachings of Nakawana instilled in him a sense of discipline, resilience, and strategic thinking. As he developed his martial skills, Fukuwa would soon realize the immense responsibilities that would rest on his shoulders as he stood poised to become a formidable force in defending Nebru against any threat that may arise. At the core of Fukuwa's heritage, his father played a significant role. His name was Huku Wong, a man of wisdom and insight. It was through his lineage that Fukuwa inherited a legacy of profound understanding and intellectual prowess. Hailing from the village of Mezku, Huku Wong was well versed in the philosophical traditions that thrived within his community. Mezku was known for its devotion to the pursuit of enlightenment, urging its inhabitants to seek wisdom and self-discovery in all aspects of life. As a practitioner of these teachings, Huku Wong embodied the principles of knowledge, introspection, and holistic understanding of the universe. It was during a momentous occasion known as the Dance of Elders that Huku Wong first encountered Fukuwa's mother, the esteemed Shaka Nu. This sacred event, held in the vibrant gathering place of Kokontemtu, marked a convergence of wisdom, spirituality, and celebration. Within the rhythmic movements and transcendent melodies, the paths of Huku Wong and Shaka Nu intersected, forging a destined connection that would shape the course of their lives. Shaka Nu, a high priestess of great renown, hailed from the esteemed tribe of Fu Sui. This tribe resided in a village located approximately 20 miles away from the village of Fuku Wa's birth. The tribal community of Fu Sui held profound reverence for the spiritual realms, and their priestesses served as conduits of divine guidance, facilitating the spiritual well-being of their people. Together, Huku Wong and Shaka Nu formed a union that blended the wisdom and insight of Mezku with the spiritual prowess of Fu Sui. Their love and shared journey fostered an environment of profound spiritual understanding, shaping the foundations of Fukuwa's own unique path. Chapter 5. The Moon of Mutaz and the Planet of Disorganization. On the Moon of Mutaz, Nebru had established a scientific outpost to observe the neighboring planet they called Didi Bevel. It was during their extensive observations with the advanced telescope known as the Vedi II that they made a startling discovery. The inhabitants of Didi Bevel had begun to delve into the dangerous realm of nuclear weaponry, enriching uranium to potentially create destructive weapons of mass destruction. The Vedi-2 was an extraordinary piece of technology that not only allowed the Nebrunians to observe distant celestial bodies, but also possessed the capability to manipulate time forward by up to 80,000 years. Using a blend of spiritual telepathic power and scientific understanding, the Vedi-2 could bend time and light, enabling them to witness the future in unprecedented detail. Strangely enough, Didi Bevel in its present state did minsta en for did mobze zo vol por neji. Na tante so Paul bo, Jan vorpo za si seriza says your bo. Von souls, advanced civilizations, or highly evolved beings. It mainly consisted of animals and a few settlers from the tribe of Nephilim, who hailed from Nebru itself. The Nephilim settlers were renowned scientists and researchers who conducted intricate experiments on DNA, exploring the depths of genetic possibilities. However, their methods and direction of experimentation were controversial, and not everyone, including Fuku Wong, approved of their practices. Using the Vedi-2, the Nephilim scientists sought answers regarding how Didi Bevel would eventually descend into chaos. Through their observations and analysis, they aimed to unravel the sequence of events leading towards the disorganized state that the planet would become. Fuku Wong, having gained insights through his wisdom and spiritual understanding, questioned the ethics and consequences of the experiments performed by the Nephilim scientists. He was wary of tampering too extensively with the forces of nature and cautioned against the potential devastation that misguided utilization of technology and genetic manipulation could bring upon both Didi Bevel and Nebru. Chapter 6. The Manza Bon Shazwe General Zar Zarithan and the legacy of Melzar Zarathan. In the vast realm of Nebru, the ultimate ruler, known as the Manza, held the title of king. The Manza's name was Manza Bon Shazwe, hailing from the village of Gonzivez. It was a village of great importance, for it was also home to the renowned General Zar Zarithan, the military genius and strategist who made even Sun Tzu's wisdom seem like child's play. General Zar Zarithan was admired and respected for his unparalleled military acumen. He had once led a successful campaign against invaders from the far reaches of the Moon Schooner. Arriving on the planet with his elite Zarathan guard, comprising 100 men, they possessed not only exceptional spiritual power, but also the ability to harness the winds. This unique ability fueled them with such adrenaline that they experienced the world in slow motion, like highly trained boxers. Their punches landed with force, akin to being struck by a relentless train. The Manza Bon Shazwe and General Zar Zarithan were not only esteemed colleagues, but also first cousins on their mother's side. Their shared lineage was blessed with a remarkable ancestor, Melzar Zarathan, who had risen to prominence with his extraordinary achievements and enlightenment in various arts. Melzar Zarathan's name had etched its place in the annals of history, revered for accomplishing true mastery by the age of 17. One astounding account of Melzar Zarathan's prowess was when he engaged in a seemingly impossible feat. He spared all 500 men from the Zarathan guard, rendering them unconscious within a span of 24 hours, displaying his unparalleled combative skills. Following this astonishing display, he embarked on a grueling run of 200 miles, completing it in a mere 10 hours, leaving viewers in awe. Even after such a remarkable feat, he extended the audacious invitation for a rematch, displaying his unwavering self-assurance. Both the Manza Bon Shazwe and General Zar Zarithan drew immense pride from their shared lineage and Melzar Zarathan's legendary exploits. Inspired by their grandfather's legacy, they aspired to etch their names in the annals of history, crafting their own remarkable stories of achievement and conquest. Chapter 7. The Nephilim secret experiments and departure from Nebru's spiritual path. Within Nebru's midst on Didi Bevel, a group known as the Nephilim embarked on clandestine experiments, merging their own DNA with that of pigs. Their goal was to create a hybrid species that they believed could serve as obedient laborers, assisting them in erecting pyramids across the planet to glorify their own accomplishments. These individuals sought to establish a new order where their rule would be unquestioned and labor would be extracted without compensation or choice. In their pursuit of power and control, the Nephilim embraced a path divergent from the spiritual teachings of Nebru. They indulged in psycho-inducing foods that clouded their minds, leading them down a dark path. In Nebru, it was ingrained that one's choices in food influenced not only the physical body, but also the clarity of the mind and spirit. The Nephilim, however, disregarded this principle and reveled in the hedonistic pleasures that came with their disregard for the spiritual path. While on the surface, the Nephilim appeared to conform to the societal norms of Nebru, secretly, they were plotting their own course. They held clandestine parties and shrouded their true intentions behind a facade of conformity. Driven by their leader Gilgabon, the head of the Nephilim, they placed their faith solely in science and the tangible world, forsaking the spiritual teachings that guided the broader Nebrunian community. The departure of the Nephilim from Nebru's spiritual path signaled a fracture within the community. While the majority continued to uphold the beliefs and values centered around spiritual growth and interconnectedness, the Nephilim paved their own way, guided solely by their desires for power, control, and scientific knowledge. Chapter 8. Fuku's journey to Didi Bevel and the Zini fabric of space. Fuku, acting as a delegate of General Zarzar Zarathan, embarked on a crucial mission to visit the planet of Didi Bevel. His purpose was to establish contact with Gilgabon and offer any assistance or resources required for the construction of the pyramids, which served as a conduit for spiritual connection between Nebru and Didi Bevel. It was vital to bridge the gap and strengthen the bond between the brothers who had ventured to settle on Didi Bevel. Boarding his advanced spacecraft, the Dada Fuku prepared for his journey. The spaceship possessed capabilities that surpassed the limits of light speed, enabling it to ripple through the very fabric of space-time, bending it to its will. While modern humans referred to this phenomenon as space, the Nebrunians recognized it as God's fabric, known as Zini. As the Dada propelled forward, it gracefully maneuvered through the expanse of Zini, utilizing its unconventional propulsion system to navigate swiftly and efficiently. Fuku marveled at the interplay between time and space, realizing the intricate connectivity of existence within this divine fabric. During the voyage, Fuku contemplated the significance of his mission. The pyramids, besides being awe-inspiring structures, held profound spiritual meaning for both Nebru and Didi Bevel. They served as conduits that facilitated a spiritual connection, allowing individuals from both planets to transcend physical boundaries and connect with one another on a higher plane. The pyramids on Didi Bevel acted as beacons, guiding and harmonizing the spiritual paths between the two realms. As Fuku's journey progressed through the mesmerizing expanse of Zine, he contemplated the importance of fortifying the bridge of spiritual connection between Nebru and Didi Bevel. A successful endeavor would not only enhance the collective consciousness of both planets, but also foster unity and harmony among the brothers and sisters spanning across the vast reaches of space. Chapter 9. Fuku's arrival on Didi Bevel and Intuition Awakening. As Fuku's spacecraft, the Dada approached the atmosphere of Didi Bevel, he marveled at the planet's enchanting beauty. Its vibrant blue hues captivated his senses, and he couldn't help but feel a deep connection with the surrounding flora and fauna. The spiritual language of the plants and animals resonated with his spirit, engaging in a silent conversation that transcended words. Upon landing, Fuku witnessed an extraordinary sight. The pyramids on Didi Bevel were erected through the intricate use of sound, employing sonic vibrations to effortlessly lift heavy objects. It was a mesmerizing display of the harmonious union between technology and spiritual energies. Witnessing this wondrous feat further emphasized the significance of the pyramids as conduits for spiritual connection. Fuku's meeting with Gilgabon, the leader of the Nephilim, however, left him unsettled. Despite their encounter, Gilgabon did not disclose the existence of the secret laboratories where genetic modifications on pigs and the mixing of Nebrunians' DNA for forced labor were taking place. The absence of any indication regarding the deviation from the spiritual path that Nebru had held dear raised alarms within Fuku's intuitive senses. In his interactions with Gilgabon, Fuku was beginning to sense something off-kilter, but struggled to pinpoint the exact nature of the underlying disquiet. His intuition, honed through his spiritual upbringing and exposure to the teachings of Nebru, warned him of a hidden truth or looming danger. However, the puzzle pieces had not yet aligned, leaving him grappling with an unsettling sense of ambiguity. Chapter 10. Unveiling the Nephilim's hidden agenda. As Fuku embarked on his journey through the enigmatic realm of Didi Bevel, his intuition grew stronger, urging him to probe deeper into the practices of the Nephilim. The allure of the pyramids and their spiritual significance veiled a darker truth that awaited discovery. Guided by his inner knowing, Fuku ventured forth to expose the hidden agenda of the Nephilim. In the depths of Didi Bevel, hidden away from prying eyes, lay the secretive laboratories where the Nephilim conducted their genetic experiments. Within these confines, pigs became subjects for the merging of Nebrunian DNA, a disturbing endeavor aimed at enslaving beings for labor without consent or remuneration. This revelation shook Fuku to his core, contrasting starkly with the teachings of Nebru, where spiritual growth and interconnectedness were nurtured. Fuku delved further into the mysteries that shrouded Didi Bevel, seeking allies who shared his convictions. Through clandestine encounters and whispered conversations, he discovered like-minded individuals who had also sensed the dissonance between the Nephilim's actions and the spiritual path of Nebru. United by their shared purpose, they formed a clandestine alliance, determined to oppose the Nephilim's exploitative ways. Together, Fuku and his newfound allies embarked on a quest to expose the Nephilim's true intentions to the wider Nebrunian community. Armed with evidence, they planned to unravel the web of deceit woven by Gilgabon and his followers, bringing the nefarious practices of the Nephilim into the light. Using their collective ingenuity, Fuku and his allies devised a plan to infiltrate the secret laboratories and gather irrefutable proof of the genetic experimentation. Stealthily navigating the labyrinthine corridors, they discovered the gruesome reality of the Nephilim's actions, creatures caught in a horrific limbo, trapped between their original form and the twisted amalgamation forced upon them. Guided by their unwavering determination and a sense of justice, Fuku and his allies documented everything meticulously, ensuring that the truth would no longer be cloaked in secrecy. They gathered the evidence needed to expose the Nephilim and their departure from the spiritual path that had long defined Nebru's values. But their mission wasn't without risk. Chapter 11. The Legacy of the Nephilim. In the chronicles of the planet Nebru, a land shrouded in mystery and wonder, the history of the Nephilim unfolded with tales of grandeur and strife. Nebru, known for its stunning landscapes and ethereal beauty, was home to an array of unique civilizations, but none were as prominent and enigmatic as the Nephilim. Deep in the heart of Nebru, across the vast expanse of the great ocean of Jiju-Fokan, lay the realm from which the Nephilim hailed. Translating to water without ending, Jiju-Fokan was a metaphor for the unyielding spirit and boundless potential that resided within the Nephilim tribe. Born amidst the majestic mountains, Gilgabon emerged as a formidable figure in the annals of Nephilim history. Towering over his fellow Nebruians, the average man standing at an impressive 17 feet tall, Gilgabon embodied the physical and intellectual prowess of his tribe. Their flowing locks cascaded like rivers of shimmering gold, while their attire was adorned with intricate designs that reflected their deep connection to the energies of the cosmos. One aspect that set the Nephilim apart from other inhabitants of Nebru was their advanced weapons. Armed with swords meticulously crafted from gold, these magnificent weapons